Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. How is everybody doing? I'm back. I'm back. I'm so happy to be back with you guys. Come on in, make yourselves comfortable. Come say hi to me. Give me some love. Give me some hearts. Give me some waves. There we go. Everybody's coming in here on Instagram. Come on and say hi on YouTube as well. Come on over and say hello. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. All right, my love. So, what I want to do today is, first of all, good morning. It's so nice to see all of you guys. Betsy, I missed you too. Actually, I'm going to message you. I've been thinking about you. Dr. Brittany, oh my goodness, everybody's here. So nice to see everyone. Oh my goodness, I love you too. I love you too. So nice to see you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So what we're going to do today is, you guys are so cute. I love you guys. Yeah, let me know. Come on in. Let me know where you're from. Tell me how you're doing. So the first question I have to ask you guys, for those of you, I want to see by show of hearts. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. I love your messages. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, it means so much to me. You guys are amazing, and I love all you guys here on YouTube and Instagram. Just so you guys know, I'm going live on YouTube, and I'm going live on Instagram. So I love you guys so much, and I'm really happy to be here with all of you. So I want to see, you guys are so cute with your hearts. I want to see by show of hearts, or you guys can just put a little message in here on YouTube and also on Instagram. Who was here last week? Because I started a conversation and I want to continue that conversation. So I just want to get a feel for who was here. Okay, good. You guys are letting me know who was here last week for the conversation. So if you weren't, let me just share with all of you. I'm loving all the hearts. You guys are amazing. You don't even know what that does to my heart. I love the hearts that you guys give me. It's amazing. Over here on YouTube and also over here on Instagram. All right. So last week I started a conversation. You know, it's the beginning of the year. It's a brand new year. We can make changes, my beloveds. We can make changes anytime. We can make changes at any time we decide we want to make changes. And of course, the new year is a beautiful time to begin to make new changes. So the topic last week was how to make lasting change for the better in your life. Because what happens is that people in the beginning of the year will make all these resolutions, they'll make all these goals, and a couple weeks in, what happens is all that falls away. And so you guys are really cute. I'm waving back and sending love. So I started a conversation last week. And for those of you who were there, I'm just going to for those of you who weren't there, I'm going to quickly just give a little recap of that. What happens is we try to make, can we make change? Yes, my loves, we can make change. I know, and you're struggling. I hear you, Rebecca. Send me a DM message, okay? Send me a DM message. In fact, I'm going to take a little photo of that there. I'm going to reach out to you. I know a lot of people, I know for a fact, because you guys reach out to me, a lot of people are struggling. I know this. And I'm going to talk about why, but more importantly, I'm going to help you so that you don't struggle. Okay? So the reason people struggle, and this is a recap from last week, is because we go to make changes and we make changes on the physical. Going to the gym is a great example. You guys know I'm in the gym every single day, except for when I couldn't find a gym that's open. I have not missed one day. People are like, well, when's your day off? And I'm like, day off? Like, the gym is fun. The gym is my joy. Why would I, after taking a day off from dancing, it's like, I don't want to do that. So I never, ever miss. And so I really love it. And so hang on a second. Let me gather my train. I got so excited about the gym. Let me gather my train of thought here for a second. So what happens is in the beginning of the year, people are like, I want to make changes. So you'll see a lot of new people in the gym. Then what happens is it falls away after a couple of weeks because they went change the physical, but they didn't make the changes, the internal changes. We have to change our internal landscape. First, we have to change our mindset, which is what we talked about last week. And I'm going to post a video. I'm going to do a video. I posted on YouTube, but I had to take it down because a lot of the quality of it turned out so badly. People couldn't understand it. It was breaking up too much. So I will put something up. I promise you guys, I'll put something up on Instagram on an IGTV video recapping that. But just so you know, the first change is changing your mindset. We have to make a change in the mindset. Our minds are very, very powerful. If we just try to make the change, we'll use the gym, for example. So let's say you're not accustomed to going to the gym or just exercising in general, and you try to just go and make that change without changing your mindset. What happens is that you can't sustain that change. That change is not long-standing, it's not long-lasting, and it's not sustainable because we haven't changed our mindset. So in last week's video, I talked about how we can do that. There's two other ways. So there's 3 ways total. So I'm approaching this, like as always, from a 3-pronged approach. So the first way we approach change is we have to first make changes from the inside. And the first change we make on the inside is changing our mindset. I talked about that last week, and I will post something so that you guys, if you didn't get to hear it last week, you can go and listen to it. Whoa, no. Hang on, guys. Okay, there we go. Okay, the second change is what we're going to talk about today, is a change. Hang on. My little stand is not wanting to. There we go. Okay, it's not wanting to cooperate. Okay, the second change we make is a change in the heart. What I mean by that is we have to change the internal landscape of our heart to make long-lasting changes in our life. If our heart is not in alignment with what we want, it will never, it's not sustainable. We won't be able to make that last. And the third change, which I'll talk about next week, is a change in our energy. So the 3 ways we can make the change are a change of the mindset, change of the heart, and changing our energy. So first of all, Dr. Brittany, thank you for the flowers. I know what that means. No gyms are open here. That's okay, guys. It's hard to motivate. I know it is. Trust me. I was losing my mind when I was having to do exercises, but you can still do it. Here's the thing. It's a great, someone mentioned there's no gyms open. What do I do? My beloveds, what happens when we show up for ourselves? Miracles happen when we show up for ourselves. So if, let's say where you are, there's a lot of places in the world, there's a lot of places in LA, actually. I have an amazing gym that has the courage to be open, and I'm so grateful for that. I love the owner very, very much, and the manager of the gym for having the courage to be open, and we all at this gym really appreciate it. But if you don't have a gym that's open, you can find places to work out, get creative, go on an adventure to discover ways to move your body. You guys have heard me say this a million times on my YouTube channel. Go on an adventure to discover ways to move your body that give you great joy. And then you have to find the passion in it. That actually goes very closely along with what I'm talking about today. So let me just see if there's any other questions. Everybody's saying good morning. They're sending love. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead. And yeah, I just wanted to see if you guys had any questions moving forward. Okay. Everything. We are in quarantine. Everything except the markets and pharmacies are closed. My heart breaks for you guys. I know that's really difficult, but here's what you guys, last week in the video last week, I talked about not letting the circumstance dictate your life. When everything was shut down here, I went, okay. This is not cooperating. All right, my loves, let's try this again. When everything was closed here in LA, I went out and I said, I'm going to find myself someplace to work out. I found an abandoned stairwell. I kid you guys not. I found an abandoned, it's actually very close to where I am right now. I found an abandoned stairwell that nobody was in, and I ran stairs and I got my little stretch bands and I did exercises. It wasn't nearly as fun as the gym, but every single day I woke up before the sun. In fact, that's where, if you guys go to my website, you'll see I still have it up there. It's a wake up before the sun challenge. And so I challenged everybody during quarantine to wake up before the sun, to go and move your body. I don't care if they don't even let you leave the house. You turn on some music and you have a dance party and you move your body in some kind of way. And this isn't even just about fitness. Obviously, when you move your body, you begin to emit, you guys begin to emit endorphins, feel good chemicals, which make you feel better, raise your spirits. It makes the whole situation you're in better. But even if you can't leave the house, there are things that you guys can do. Make sense? So you want to really get creative in doing things that you can do. I mean, I'm laughing, but I would go to the gym and I would jog around. I would go to the grocery store and I would jog around the grocery store. I kid you not. I have no shame. If they don't let me go anywhere else, I will make the grocery store my gym. I will lift the water bottles until they kick me out. That's, I know you guys, I know that sounds really, really silly, but, and I know I'm being facetious a bit, but there's always a way. There's always a way to do what you need to do. Always. And so you don't let your outer circumstances dictate the challenges that we're going through. Cool. So let's get back to, let's go ahead, and I want to get back today to give you guys the tip for how to make lasting changes by changing your heart. My beloveds, once our heart, you guys know this, you guys have been in love. Once our heart is in it, we can, no matter what happens, we're unstoppable, because once our heart is in what we decide we want to do, there is no stopping us. So the two reasons why I wanted to bring the heart up as an example of how to make lasting changes is, number one, once our heart's in it, there's no pulling us back from it. There's no denying. There's no way we can be turned back from the thing that we want. So let's say someone wants to make lasting changes in their financial life, right? But they have a lot of noise around money. People, my beloveds, if you're struggling in the area of finances and money, it's because there is noise, there is blocks, there's negative energy and blocks sitting in your subconscious. Because I know everybody here, you want to be able to have the resources necessary to do what it is you really, really, really want and love to do in life. And we need money, and whatever currency that is where you are in the world, to accomplish that. So if you're struggling in that arena, there are emotional, mental blocks and negative blocks. Okay. This is seriously very frustrating. Okay. Here, okay, you guys know how I say there's always a way to do something? This is like an example. I will not let this little device beat me. All right, so with regard to getting your heart involved in it, once you're in it, so let's use money as an example. If we're being blocked by money, let's say we're trying to earn more money, let's say, so earn it and save it, because those are two totally different things. And I talk about this in my group coaching program. Two totally different things. Getting the money and then learning how to have the capacity to hold that money are two different things. But let's say if someone's struggling with both of those things, they're hitting negative beliefs and false beliefs sitting in the subconscious. There are false programming sitting in the subconscious. They're not even yours, my beloveds. If you really desire to have financial abundance in your life, those blocks aren't even yours, but they sit in your way and they block you from having what you want. So one of the things I do when I work with my private clients, and some of my private clients who might be on here can give little hearts just to validate this. What I do with my private clients and with my online programs and my group coaching courses is I teach you how to find those blocks. I work with you to find those blocks. We clear those blocks. And once those blocks are out of the way, you have the freedom to manifest whatever it is in all four pillars of life: health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression, which is career, fulfillment, any area of your life that you're looking to have that expansion and that fulfillment. So we have to clear the blocks. So one step that goes towards that is getting your heart in alignment with what you want. Now that might sound kind of silly, like, well, duh, Dr. Elizabeth, of course, if I want it, I love it. You'd be surprised. there's two aspects of love. The first is courage. My beloved, my beloveds, I'm telling you, and my private clients, I never call out my private clients unless, of course, they say I work with Dr. Elizabeth privately. There's a confidentiality code that I hold very, very deep in my heart, and I never break that. So I will just say that my private clients and group coaching clients who may or may not be on, who may or may not be here right now. I'm just saying, they may or may not be here, would agree with me, and they've had massive expansion and improvement in these areas of their lives, in these 4 areas of their lives. And they'll all tell you it takes courage. My beloveds, change is, I wish, it'd be great if it was designed that change was just easy. I'm not going to lie to you. I can't. I just can't. I can't sit here and lie to you and tell you that change is easy. I will tell you this. Change gets easier. Change gets easier as you continue to have the courage. Okay, hang on a second. All right, let's just see here if we can get you to stay. I'm only going to be on for like 10 more minutes. All right, we're going to stay for 10 minutes. Okay. All right, my loves. So let me repeat that again. Change gets easier as we continue to have the courage to change. My private clients and my group coaching course clients and my online course clients will validate this. It gets easier and easier to make the change as we go along. So the biggest leap is the first step you make towards making the change. And one of the things I talked about last week is that most people, they'll go to make the change and then immediately the mindset kicks in and goes, oh, you can't do that. And then it takes them out. And then there they are. They're out again from what the thing or things that they really want to make the change with. That's why, hang on a second, I have an itch on my nose. There. Okay, that's why change is so important, and having the courage to make the change is so important, because we have to, my beloveds, we have to show up for ourselves. Does that make sense? We have to have the courage to show up for ourselves day in and day out to make lasting change. But if you have the courage to do that, I'm telling you, your life will be unrecognizable in extraordinary ways from where it might be in places you want to make that change. Make sense? So the first step is courage, having the courage to make the change. The second thing is to get your heart in alignment with the change you want to make. Wow, I'm loving the hearts, guys. I am loving the hearts. So what does that mean? I am living proof of this. There is no amount of willpower that will carry you through a lifetime of something you don't really want to do and are not passionate about doing. So once you decide something you don't really want to do and are not passionate about doing. So once you decide you want to do something, let's say you've made a decision this year, I want to make changes in my life. Let's pick health, because so many people want to make changes in their life with health. You make the decision, I want to make changes in my life for the better in the arena of health. But let's say you hate to exercise. I've heard many, many people say that. My beloveds, that's not going to last. That's not going to last. So people times on my YouTube channel, I'm going to say it here right now for all of you, my loves. You're going to go on an adventure to discover ways to move your body that give you tremendous joy. Now, you guys know, if you've been here with me for a little while, you know I am insanely passionate about dancing, right? I love dancing with my whole heart, soul, and spirit. It's one of my greatest passions. So when I go out dancing, now, of course, there's not a lot of places for us to go right now, unfortunately, but before March of 2020, when I would go out dancing, I never had to go, okay, need to burn this many calories. Okay, and if I dance for 45 minutes. I will have burned enough calories to burn up that. Okay, I'm going to force myself. No, I can't wait to get there. Once I get there, then they'll dance. No, I'll dance for 4 hours straight. That's my passion. I'll come home and I'm like, my God, it's like I don't pay attention to calories, but I've burnt, eons of calories. I've burnt, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of calories. But what I did was I fed my soul and I fed my heart with my passion. And because of that, I didn't even have to think about anything in terms of burning calories and exercising and not liking it or any of that. So my heart led the way. My beloveds, for those of you who are interested in bringing in a beautiful, loving, intimate relationship, it's the same thing. Let's say you want to bring in a beautiful, loving, intimate, beautiful, supportive, loving, intimate relationship in 2021. I want to see by show of hearts who wants to do that. So, but let's say you're really nervous to put yourself out there. Conflict of interest, isn't it? Right? It's like I really want to meet somebody, but I don't want to put myself out there. Gonna make it very, unless you fall in love with the UPS guy or the Amazon delivery guy or girl, could be rough. So what I want you guys to do is recognize that the first step would be, okay, here's what I want. I want to put myself out there. I want to meet the love of my life. I want to meet, my person. Let's say my life partner, however you want to say it. That's what you want. So now, following the vein of what we talked about today, we have to actually put our hearts, number one, have to have the courage to put ourselves out there, right? We have to have the courage to put ourselves out there. Then number two, we have to really fall in love with that process. We have to fall in love instead of going, oh, I feel so cringy, like putting myself out there. I feel cringy. Like I know a lot of people are really shy about things like this. I feel nervous about talking to people, or I feel nervous about putting myself online or on the apps, or however you decide you want to do this and have the courage to do this. So then you have to allow your heart to step in, and you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to love myself enough to fall in love with this process. I'm going to begin to love going onto the app and going, oh, look, there's a guy, instead of going, oh, if you're a girl, whatever your preference is, guys, girls with girls, guys with guys, whatever your preference is. Let's say you see somebody, you go onto the app, you put yourself out there, you go on the app and you're like, oh God, he or she just messaged me. Oh no, I'm too nervous to message back. Now you have to fall in love with the process and go, what if I could be willing? I say this in my book. What if I could be willing to be open to what if I could do that? What if you could just be open to that possibility, be willing to that possibility? That's how you use your heart to bring in the changes that you want. Cool? Those two things. Have to have the courage. Oh my God, my beloveds, I can't tell you. Okay. I'm just going to tell you one example. I know you guys know I started dancing professionally at 40. So I became a doctor and hating it. Not the helping people part, but the actual practice and where I was with it. Not good. In which I could express my unique gifts and talents out in the world that would be of maximum service to people and be maximum enjoyment for me. Went on an adventure. I don't know if you guys know this. I don't think I've ever talked about this. Besides becoming a professional dancer at 40, I became a professional skater. And let me tell you, skating professionally on stage can be one of the most humbling experiences in the world. Skates are my first job. My first job was my audition, but my second job performing, it was a roller dance company out of New York City. Amazing roller dance company. We traveled all around the world. I don't think I've ever shared this with you guys. I don't know why I'm embarrassed. I've never just shared this with you guys. We traveled all around the world. We were in China. And so the second job, my first job was the audition, and that was going to determine whether or not I was good enough to join the company. So I passed the test. was terrified. Talk about needing to have some courage. I was terrified. I really wanted this, but I was terrified. It was a huge auditorium. We performed and we were the headline act New Year's Eve. And it was, I mean, it's one of the most phenomenal experiences of my life. Talk about needing to lean on your courage. I had only been professionally skating. I wasn't even dancing yet. I had only been professionally skating for about a year and with no like training. I wasn't like a professional skater when I was a kid or anything like that. I had a proclivity in my body to do it, but there wasn't like, to not have the training. And I was skating with people who had been skating their whole lives on stage. And this huge job was to perform in Monaco in front of kings and queens and dignitaries and billionaires. It was unbelievable. Tina Turner had performed there like a couple nights before. It was just unbelievable. It was just such an unbelievable experience. And so I share this with you guys to tell you that it took an incredible amount of courage for me to do that. So when I sit here, either here in my car, because I do a lot of my lives here, or wherever I come to you from, and I say, I'm inviting you to have courage, I'm speaking from the place of having to step into my own courage to accomplish what it was my heart longed to do. And so what I did was how I found that courage to do that when I was scary as shit. I mean, really, really scary was what I did was I allowed the passion and desire in my heart for being on stage, for touring with this amazing company who I became wonderful friends with all these people and having I literally went from working as a doctor in an office to traveling around the world performing for kings and queens and dignitaries and all sorts of amazing, beautiful places all around the world. It was the experience of a lifetime, and I wasn't going to let myself miss it. So I stepped in, and I really want you guys to hear this. I really want you guys to hear this. When we have the courage to step forward and accomplish and go after the dreams in our hearts, the universe, God, whatever you want to call higher source, what is supreme being, whatever you want to call it, Allah, Buddha, whatever resonates for all of you, my beloveds. The entire universe conspires on our behalf to open things up and to allow everything to lift you up into this place, your wild and crazy things that no one, not only my age, but with the level of training that I only had, was able to do. It's incredible. And so I invite you, my beloveds, to do the same, okay? Because if you can have that courage, the sky's the limit as to what you can have, be, do, and have in your life. Cross my heart, I promise. All right, my beloveds. So today is part 2 of the 3-part series we're going to do on how to manifest lasting change. And I'm seeing the hearts, so that makes me very, very happy. You guys can DM me as well. Let me know if you're interested. I'm going to be starting in the summertime. I did 2 group coaching programs, and I loved it. I'm going to be doing another one this month. And so, it's my pleasure. Thank you for saying that. You guys are saying thank you. Thank you. This is so helpful. Thank you for saying that. That makes my heart very, very happy. Loved it. So if you're not, I know my privates are pretty much full right now. I'm full to capacity. I have a waiting list, but if you're really interested, it happen for you. So reach out to me if you want to work. If this calls to you, if your spirit's saying, oh my God, I really want to connect with Dr. Elizabeth. I want to work with her either privately or in this group coaching program that I'm going to be doing. Reach out to me. Let me know. I would love to have you guys be a part of this. It's really phenomenal work. I could get incredible results for people. It's really amazing. And I would love to have you guys be a part of it. All right, my loves. So I'm going to come over here to YouTube first. You guys are so bye first. Hang on a second, guys. I'm going to say goodbye here first. I love you guys so much. Thanks for coming by on YouTube. Mwah. I will see you guys. I'll be here next week. So I'll see you guys then. Ciao. All right. Now you, my beloveds, with all the beautiful hearts.